Calaroga Shark Media.
Hi there, I'm Johnny Mac with 5 good news stories. A retired couple, they're making the rounds. They're trying to visit every Texas Roadhouse restaurant in the United States. I've been to one of them, and I thought it was pretty good. Mike and Judy started this back in 2003. Wow. They're from a place in Virginia. They first went to Texas Roadhouse in 2003 when Judy's brother took them to one in Knoxville. After going to about 37 different Texas Roadhouses, Mike looked at the couple's credit card and started a spreadsheet to keep track. Mike told USA Today, I was like, okay, let's see how many we can go to. In 2018 and 2019, they went to nearly 100. At last check, they've been to 434 of them. He says there's supposed to be between 650 and 700 in the United States alone, so we've knocked down quite a few of them. Mike says, it's good food. I hope so, Mike, if you've been to 400 of them. We don't like fancy food. We don't like what they call fine dining. It's just too rich, and it's not worth the price to start with to us. He enjoys the Texas Roadhouse's 6-ounce sirloin with salad and baked sweet potatoes. But because he goes to so many of them, he likes to switch things up. Now, he typically orders sirloin, pork chops, the pulled pork, and the chicken tenders. Judy, his wife, typically gets the shrimp and chicken dishes, sometimes ribs. A man was inspired to become a neurosurgeon by watching Grey's Anatomy. Stephen is now 35. He first watched the show in high school when he was in the 4th year of his residency program at Duke University Hospital. There was an announcement that the show's producers were recruiting medical consultants to work on season 19. Stephen jumped at it. He said, I was interested in it immediately because watching Grey's Anatomy in high school inspired me to get into neurosurgery. He was selected to be a consultant, providing advice on scriptwriting and guiding actors, and after a successful debut in 2022, they kept him on to write for season 20 as well. He's now in the 6th year of his residency program. He even appeared as an extra in one episode. He explained, I'd be consultant on what type of injury could bring 2 characters working in different medical departments together. For example, if they needed a reason for a neurosurgeon and a cardiothoracic specialist to be in a room together, I'd come up with the injury that meant they were both needed. Oh man, that's so fun. 125 dolphins were stranded off Cape Cod. One rescue organization calls it the largest single mass stranding event in decades. The dolphins were herded in a highly coordinated response effort to encourage their movement back to deeper waters, first on foot, then switching to boating efforts as the water returned to high tide. It was a 12-hour exhausting response in the unrelenting sun, but the team was able to overcome the challenges and give the dolphins their best chance at survival. Meanwhile, a former Hollywood producer turned rancher is rescuing Mustangs and wild donkeys from being sold at auction. Claire said she first became aware that the West Wild Mustangs are being rounded up by the Bureau of Land Management and sold at auction. She realized this meant that horse families were being separated against their will. She founded Skydog Ranch and Sanctuary, intending to provide 9,000 acres of grazing land where Mustangs and wild donkeys can roam in familial peace for the rest of their days. She uses a network of photographers to track members of horse families and even herds, and uses the money made through her nonprofit operations to buy the horses at auctions, and then they're reunited at her ranch. She says it's kind of like being a wild horse detective. We rely on the photographers who go out into the wild. There are certain herds, especially in Oregon, where people name horses as they become well known on these Facebook pages. All right, I got a question. Are there was 100 snakes in your pants, or you know the rest of the joke? Yeah, a man was stopped by customs trying to enter China from Hong Kong. 6 drawstring bags sealed with tape were reportedly found stuffed in the man's pockets as he tried to go through the checkpoint undetected. Customs was like, no. Once opened, each bag was found to contain living snakes in all kinds of shapes, sizes, and colors. After counting, a total of 104 snakes was found. Some of the snakes included a milk snake, a western hognose snake, a corn snake, a Texas rat snake, and a bull snake. And yes, he was happy to see you. And those are your 5 good news stories for today. Hope you enjoyed the program. If you'd like it without commercials, if you're on Apple Podcasts, click that banner. You can get a 30-day free trial of what it would sound like without commercials. After that, it's $4.99 a month. If you're on Android or Spotify, Calaroga.com/plus, a link in the show notes. But hook up Calaroga Plus, and then there's no more ads. See you next time. Have a great day.